Hi everyone, welcome to World of Clan Wars with stewiejp. I'm Stewie and this is a double shot of Tier 6 action from patch 9.18, and of course this one features a new ThunderBolt, the new Tier 6 Premium American Medium Tank. I think it's a medium tank, it looks like one. Looks a little bit like a Fisherman, doesn't it? From what I'm told, it's got pretty good armour around the front, obviously at the top of the barrel and the top of the turret, and it's not too badly angled. Standard rounds do 115 damage, 128 penetration, 177 penetration with the armor piercing rounds, which are premium. This is a tier 6 Clan Wars Battle, so this is clearly before patch 9.19. This is from patch 9.18, and as I'm recording this, the actual map hasn't actually started yet. The Clan Wars map hasn't yet started, as Nightsight from AAS Clan puts a few shots into where that Cromwell B was spotted, and this is on ElHalouf AAS, Aussie Assault Squad versus AQUAS. Absolutely quite understandably awesome squad, which is a pretty cool name, I reckon. Don't really know much about AQUAS, but Nightsight, as well as some of the other lads from AAS, have been kind enough to send me some replays in the past. And this looks like, looking at the mini-map, this just looks like an absolute camp fest on ElHalouf, and I think I'm probably going to have to maybe fast forward some of this replay a little bit. I know it goes for quite some time, but this will be a double shot of Tier 6 action. After this, we're going to have a Type 64 battle from tripedro. Anyway, Nightsight just getting rid of some of his ammunition, blind shooting towards where that Cromwell B was last seen. We'll start speeding it up. Another Cromwell B has been spotted, and I'm just going to continue to slowly click it forward because it's the first few minutes are pretty uneventful in this game. Looking at the minimap, looking at where the lads from AAS have put their tanks, it tells me quite clearly that they're defending this land. Up there you can see the VK30A1, T3485, and the heavy tank number 6, the Tier 6 Japanese Tiger tank, defending that corner pretty convincingly. You can see a Rudy in the north, T37 trying to spot from D7, a Type 64 trying to get a vision down at the southeastern part of the map. Continue just to click a little bit forward as MT25 starts moving up. Just 4 tanks have been spotted on AQUAS's side. 3, make that 5. 3 Cromwells, 2 Cromwell Bs and 1 normal Cromwell, the MT25 and the T71. Playing a little bit of peekaboo, the T21 and the MT25 on that little ramp that goes up towards AAS's base. But of course they're not going to be silly enough to YOLO it forward. 2 Cromwells have been spotted back here trying to shoot from their ridge, and another Cromwell B probably looking for some vision down here, but because of the location of this T37 he can no longer see him. He's probably hidden quite well beneath that ridge line as Nightsight starts to move around a little bit in his ThunderBolt. Now I'm told I don't have a ThunderBolt. If anyone from Wargaming is listening, if they want to give me one, they're more than welcome to, but I'm told the armour is quite good. The gun's probably pretty standard for a there you go, nice shot into the MT25. The gun's pretty standard for Tier 6. The 76mm gun, 155 damage. 115 damage I should say, per shot. And it looks like the AQUAS guys are doing a little bit of a push towards the eastern part of the map. The Type 64 runs away, which is probably the right thing to do. He's got a little bit of cover on this ridge line. I didn't see Nightsight 6 cents go off, and it wouldn't surprise me if he doesn't have it. But he bounces that MT25 quite nicely. And it looks like that T21 is going to go on the attack for the into the Type 64. Type 64 gets done by the T21. Of course, T21's pretty well armoured for a Tier 6 light tank, although it really doesn't have much speed. Looks like that might have been a bit of a distraction there. It looks like the main force from AQUAS is pushing towards the northeastern part. Of course, Nightsight really wants to maintain vision on these MT25. Gets another shot into him for 114 hit points. Also spots the T21. Cops a shot from the Cromwell B from behind. Of course, where these tanks are up here, they may have some shots into these guys, but it looks like they're using the ridge lines quite well. Now, we've almost approached the halfway mark. It looks like it's a bit of a snipe fest. They're camping well in that A0 corner, that's for sure. It's a legitimate strategy, I guess, if you're defending. As Nightsight sees the gun barrel of that American T21. And the MT25 looks like he's going to poke his head around as well. He'd be... Shoots and misses the T21, cops a shot from the American light tank. Doesn't miss that one, but that's that American armour I was telling you about. He's sort of caught out of position a little bit here. He's got the rear of his tank facing the T21 and the MT25. Takes a look around at that Cromwell. They're down by a tank already, the AAS guys, and they wouldn't want to lose another one. Nightsight's down to under half health. Spotting nicely for his team anyway, keeping those two light tanks lit up. T21 and the MT25. Takes the opportunity to turn around and put the more heavily armoured part of his tank towards these two tanks. They want to get a gun out of the game. They want to get rid of that MT25 first if they can. And there's that good gun depression of the Thunderbolt. Takes the T21 down to a bit more manageable level, down to 140 odd hit points. Oh, just misses the kill shot in the MT25. And they're just sort of teasing him. They know that if they poke over, they're gone from those tanks in the corner. I'm sure they know that they're there now. Nightsight really wants to get rid of these two Tier 6 light tanks. MT25 is certainly a one-shot on 56 health, 147 for the T21, so it'll probably take at least 2 shots to kill the T21, as long as they both penetrate. But probably wants to move forward and try and even this up, try and get rid of that MT25. Another tank goes down, the T37 gets killed, who was lighting up those tanks, picks up the kill on the T21, and this is the right thing to do. He really had to push into those tanks to get rid of them. Puts a nice shell into the Cromwell B, pulls back. He's in a good position now where he can deflect a few shots if he needs to. 2-all's the score. There's 5.5 minutes to go. And it looks like those Cromwells are going to push on that Rudy, but the Cromwells have lost a decent amount of health, so that Rudy might be okay with the backup from these more heavily armoured tanks up at A0. 2-all the score. He's on 56 hit points. Our mate Nightsight is the only tank that's picked up a kill. One of the... I didn't notice that. One of the Cromwell Bs killed one of those light tanks. Must have been a badly aimed shot. Clearly aiming for Nightsight, but missing it. Nightsight looks for the kill shot on the other Cromwell. Heavy tank number 6 picks up a kill on the Cromwell B. 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go in this Clan Wars battle on ElHalouf. Searching for... We'd love to put a couple of shots into that Crommy B and get him out of the game and really grab this game by the scruff of the neck. It's been a bit of a camp fest on ElHalouf from the AAS guys, but I'm tipping that they've been hanging on to this land for a while. It's a case of hurry up and wait. 2 Cromwells, a Cromwell B and an STRV 74 versus heavy tank number 6, the Rudy, the T3485, the Thunderbolt, and that VK3001D. Auto aims just misses, but looks like he's been tracked. He bounces the back of the Crommy B. That's bad luck. Misses the STRV 74. That one shouldn't miss. Low rolls for 95. Gets another shot into him for 127. That's a bit better. 4-2 the score now. You'd think that they didn't wait for it to aim. Pays the price and misses. No idea where that last shot went, but that clearly could have been the kill shot on the STRV 74. Which is the Swedish medium tank. 4-2. Hoping for the kill shot on that little Swede. down to APCR. Down to APCR rounds. Trying to get the last kill on the... Just... Not that accurate, the old Thunderbolt by the looks of it. Especially at that distance. I mean, that STRV was at a fair amount of range. He picks up the kill on the Crommy B, and that just leaves one Cromwell tank left, and they're all decided, rightio, let's try and get this last enemy tank. He's picked himself up 2 kills. He's tracked himself, but he's fixed it. And they're all looking for that last remaining British Tier 6 medium tank. And it looks like that Crommy B from AQUAS is just done. Absolute runner. They continue to hunt for that last remaining tank. He certainly doesn't want to die, that's for sure. He's done it. He's run everywhere. You can see on the mini-map that the tanks from AAS have gone everywhere. Rudy's gone up here to the northwest. Heavy tank straight down the guts, and these other 2 mediums, along with Night Sight in his Thunderbolt, has come down and down towards the south. I'm tipping there he is. I thought he might have been up there. He's on 372 health. Is he going to go for the dive? It looks like he might be heading for the cliff. Could be pretty incriminating for AQUAS Clan doing the cliff dive. And of course the Thunderbolt, not known for its speed, looks like it's struggling uphill a little bit. And I'm tipping that Cromwell, he'll probably have 6th sense. He'll know that he's been spotted. VK3001D does the right thing, sits on the cap just in case. There's only a minute to go, and you'd rather pick up a win instead of a draw. Even if you are defending, just a win just feels a bit more better, and it's a lot more satisfying for the troops as the tanks continue to roll up the hill. Crommy B going down swinging, puts a shot into the T-34-85, puts another shot into it, but burns one in his T-34-85, picks up the last kill, and in the end a comfortable win for the lads from AAS, winning 7-2. As we have a quick look at the post-game battle results, it was a comprehensive victory for the lads from AAS in that game. And Nightsight didn't have a bad game in the end. 1,215 hit points of damage, 2 kills, 962 base experience. Burns won, had a pretty good game too, 1,291, and everyone else helping as well. Cost him a few credits because he doesn't have a premium account, and he did have to find some APCR rounds. 52 shots fired, only 15 hit, but there was a hell of a lot of blind firing towards the start of the game, which is always a little bit of a gamble, but in the end a successful result for the lads from AAS in the Thunderbolt. And what else did they have? The Thunderbolt, a couple of light tanks in their defence on ElHalouf. Well, I'm guessing it was a defence anyway. As we move on to the second game in this double shot of Tier 6 action, this one features Tripedro from What University Southeast Asian Clan. And this is again from patch 9.18, and this time we're on Fisherman's Bay, and is in the Type 64, which is a Tier 6 premium Chinese light tank. The Type 64's got a pretty good gun, 115 damage, 128 penetration, 177 penetration for the APCR rounds, which are the premium ammunition, as he runs in towards the middle of the map and gets a shot into the MT-25, takes some damage in return, but backup is coming. And that's the kill shot on the... Is it the Russian light tank? I think it is, the MT-25. He's got his first kill, 1 zips to score on Fisherman's Bay. Looking for some shots into the 09, gets a beautiful shot into the side, and the good thing about the Type 64 is, oh, the gun might only be 115 average damage, but the rate of fire is tremendous. It just keeps chipping away, and even when you're up against the side of an ONI, which might start with 1,550 hit points, you can just keep chipping away into the side. And being a premium tank, you get the bonus credits, bonus experience, and of course bonus fun too if you have a good game in it, that's for sure. As he chips away at the T-34-85, bounces one shot, but doesn't bounce the other shots into the Tier 6 Russian medium tank. Some good vision happening here with tripedro in the middle of the map, and this T-20 getting very aggressive up towards that GW Panther. Tripedro would love to pick up the kill on that Tier 7 German SPG. Of course, this is a Tier 8 game, so he needs to be a little bit careful. There's some heavily armoured and heavy hitting tanks on the enemy side. The 112, the TVP V2U, which just misses the GW Panther, but the SU-100 M1 picks up the kill as tripedro searches for some more of that damaging shots onto those enemy tanks. But looking at where they are, looks like they've got the building between tripedro and them, but plenty of heavy tanks pushing into the city. Not much on the western side, which I've got to be honest, it's good. Oh, that's good to see in my opinion. Nothing worse on Fisherman's Bay than seeing 8 or 10 tanks camping down at H1 or J1. The KV-13 ping for help, and looks like tripedro's going to help him. These heavy tanks being caught in a bit of a shoot off there. Tripedro's looking for an opportunity to put some shots into these enemy tanks. He lights up the OI and the 112. They need to be careful of that 112. That's a top tier heavy tank with plenty of armour and a pretty good gun, the Chinese premium heavy tank. 2-3's the score. Tripedro's already picked up the kill. He's already picked up a decent amount of assisted damage, looking at the bottom left hand side of the screen, as well as some damage himself. But he has lost nearly half his health. He's down to 328 hit points, so he needs to be a little bit careful. And with that last push from the enemy side down the western flank, all the tanks apart from tripedro have been killed. All those tanks that were here were all killed. At least 4 enemy tanks there, the OI, the 112, TVP, V2U and the T25 too. Now that TVP and the 112, that's 2 out of the 3 enemy top tier tanks. And that's probably why tripedro is coming back here to try and help this push, knowing that there's only one other tier 8 tank left that wasn't down this western flank, and that's the ISU 152, which would be pretty safe to assume that ISU 152 is probably not leading the charge on that western flank. Tripedro keeping those enemy tanks lit down near the base. Gets a shot into the T25-2, the Tier 7 turreted American tank destroyer, and his team really doing the job on the other side, picking up 3 quick kills and turning a 1 tank deficit into a 3 tank lead. T-34-100 gets killed as well, but the enemy are threatening to cap. 8-5's the score. Tripedro doing the right thing, using this ridgeline for a bit of cover, but also trying to get some vision onto the cap. But it looks like the 112's pushing forward past the cap. Tripedro gets lit, keeps this rock between him and that big Chinese premium heavy tank. Artie shoots and stuns the 112. Looks like the T50's coming back, but the T50 won't be able to do it all by himself. 9-5's the score. A few of these tanks looks like they're going to go straight for the enemy base. That ISU 152 hasn't been spotted yet. Tripedro wants to get himself up into a position in the middle of the map where he can snipe away and use that quick, fast firing Chinese gun to rake in a few credits and help his team turn this into a win. 9-6 the score now, as he was chipping away at that T25-2, the American tank destroyer. Is a 1 shot now. That, would have been nice if that had landed. He would have picked himself up his 2nd kill, but he gets it in the end, and that's what I was talking about, that quick firing Chinese gun. Only a couple of seconds, maybe 3 seconds between shots, and you can just chip away at the enemy health. 10-7 the score now, as the Tiger 2 got killed on the other end of the map, killed by the OI. That would have been that OI that was last seen up here. There's the SU-100 in the middle of the map. He needs to be careful of that. That could put a decent hole in the back of his lightly armoured Chinese tank. The TVP V2U gets killed. Tripedro lucky enough to only get some damage into his tracks from that SU-100. Sits in a bush, hoping that he's not going to get spotted. He's got the rock between him and the 112. Looks like the defender's coming down to try and take care of that Chinese tank. The defender's on a little bit less health, but of course we all know the defender's certainly got the armour. Tripedro sitting in the bushes, making sure that making the most of his light tank bonus camouflage rating. The Churchill gets done by that OI. That OI having a good game. He's on 4 kills, the OI on the enemy side. Goes to show, sitting back up here and sniping, maybe it's not such a bad thing to do. And there's that SU-100. He missed his first shot. And he wants to get rid of that tank as soon as he can. The SU-100 M1 does the job, picks up the kill on the SU-100, but now all of a sudden the score's 12-11. They're only winning by 1 tank. Looks like that OI could certainly use some help against that 112, and that's exactly what Tripedro is going to try and do. While that 112 is aimed at the OI, he's going to try and start chipping away at this Chinese tank. He puts 2 shots into him, takes him down to 518 hit points. And he knows he's going to be able to beat him with his rate of fire all day. One more should do it. That's the winning shot, I reckon, in my opinion, getting rid of that 112. That's his 3rd kill, Tripedro. 3 kills, a hell of a lot of damage. Looks like he's got a decent amount of assisted damage as well. And he's having an absolute ripper on Fisherman's Bay. Only 2 tanks left. The OI, which is last spotted up at C1, and the ISU-152, last spotted up at A2. Versus Tripedro and his Type 64. The OI, T6 Japanese derp tank. Of course, that OI is going to take a long way to reach the battle. That SU-100 M1, who's not having a bad game either, on 2 kills. So it's 2 Tier 6s and a Tier 7 versus a Tier 6 and a Tier 8. And OI clearly knows he's been spotted, that's why he's moving around. Tripedro unlucky not to pick up any damage in that shot. He's on full health, 950 hit points. Yeah, I really think he probably needs to wait until the friendly OI comes up to join the battle. He's tucked in quite nicely behind those rocks, that enemy OI, on 4 kills. 13-12's the score. Even though they're up by a tank, I don't think they're really up by hit points. Tripedro on 328. That OI is only on 137, and the SU's on 439. We know that enemy OI was on 950. No idea what the ISU-152's on as far as health goes. Looks like Tripedro is going to try a different angle of attack, trying to go up the A line and light up that ISU-152 and all the OI. And hopefully, with Tripedro somewhere up here in the bushes maintaining vision, this OI and this SU can possibly get some shots. I think that SU might be a little bit far away. Might be just out of render range. Tripedro continuing to move up, looking for vision. You'd imagine he could spot these tanks before they can spot him, that's for sure. He's only got 9 shells left too. Gets back so he's double bushed, and he wants to start chipping away at that OI. On APCR, he's only got 6 rounds left. He's got 5 high explosive rounds. They might be required. I still don't think that SU-100 M1 is close enough to get shots on the enemy OI or the ISU-152. Friendly OI in the middle of town. Now Tripedro did get lit very briefly, moving through the bushes. Tense stuff here. There's only 4 minutes left on the clock. 4 minutes can go by pretty quickly if you don't keep one eye on the clock, that's for sure. 13-12, he's on 3 kills. You'd think he'd be able to see the OI from there. That OI must be behind the rocks somewhere, I guess. enemy OI and the enemy ISU 152 looks like they're quite content just to camp this up. Can't see this guy anymore, the SU 100 M1, which tells me he won't be able to see these tanks from where he is. Unless he starts moving forward, or maybe he's concerned that that ISU 152 is going to rush the one line. Tripedro getting nice and aggressive, nice and brave in amongst these bushes. Wants to be careful they don't see those trees falling over. Under 3 minutes to go on Fisherman's Bay. Getting very close to where that OI was last seen. And there he is. Someone shoots him for 236 hit points. He's down to 462. Another 250. Maybe that SU can shoot him from there. The OI shoots and misses. Tripedro wants to be very careful. The OI's certainly aiming his way, but that rock's proving to be very, very handy indeed. You'll be hoping that a friendly OI is looking towards the enemy as the 2-minute siren goes off on Fisherman's Bay. There you go, the friendly OI finally comes into it, finally lands a shot. Of course, that's what those OIs do. When they hit, they certainly hit hard. The ISU 152 shoots and kills the SU 100 M1, who wasn't on very high hit points, and Tripedro will know that the reload time on the ISU 152 is pretty long, and he'll take those side shots on the Russian tank destroyer, but he's turned to face him. Tripedro doing the right thing, keeping the tank lit, but keeping out of harm's way. 328 hit points. I don't know, I reckon that the ISU 152 could probably take him out in one shot. Looks like he might be going down for a totally different angle. There's the 1-minute siren. Coming back here, will the ISU 152 know what Tripedro's thinking? He knows he's going to be changing his angle, doesn't know which way, so it's going to be a little bit of a gamble which way he's going to aim his tank. He got back there pretty quick. There's the back. He's got to land these shots. He needs to. One more. No, 362 health on that ISU 152. 25 seconds remaining. The OI is pretty much out of the game, and I reckon that ISU 152 is aiming Tripedro's way. Looks like he might have just fired as well, so he's got to go full throttle and try and maybe get his back or his sides. Can he do it before the ISU 152 loads? Auto aims, that'll do it. One shot, 6 seconds to go. He's going to need one more shot. Can he do it? On the 15-minute mark. There you go. That's how you leave it to the last minute, and that's how you pick up an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge in the Type 62. Tripedro from what University Southeast Asian Clan? Pretty sure that he has joined the 1AR bandwagon now, but that was an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge for that brilliant performance in the Chinese Premium Light Tank at Tier 6, a Type 64 in a Tier 8 game. The Ace Tanker Mastery Badge, the Spotter Medal for all the assisted damage, the Bruiser, Fighter, 5 for effects, All X Medal for killing 2 tank destroyers that are higher tier, and of course the high caliber for well and truly carrying that game. 2,953 hit points of damage, 4 kills, 1495 base experience, and I reckon he was one shell off getting a Faden's medal as well, because he still had a few high explosive rounds left, but in any case he fired 41 shots, 31 hit, 27 penetrated, 2,953 hit points of damage. And that was enough for an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge. 1,114 spotting damage as well. And have a look at that. A few passengers down the bottom there. But Tripedro, even the SU-100 had a good game too. Just under 2,900 hit points of damage. And even though he had a premium account with a premium tank, cost him a few credits. Cost him nearly 15,000 credits. But what an absolute ripper in the Type 64 on Fisherman's Bay. Very different replays. The Clan Wars at Tier 6 featuring the Thunderbolt and tripedro in his Type 64 on Fisherman's Bay. Thanks for the replays, lads. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care and see you all next time.